What's up, guys? Flex here. Oh, wait, I'm not Flex. Hey, it's Aviator, and I'm on board right now with Flex for his channel, and we're doing the weirdest dual comm intro ever because we figured, you know what? Screw it. Screw being normal. And I think that's what he wants to talk to us about today.
Absolutely, and if you guys, Eric just jumped in there and did the most bomb intro ever because I was struggling. It's so nerve wracking
You're
having.
professional, man. You want things to be perfect, and I actually respect that because there's a certain point when you've been doing these commentaries. I've been doing it for over a year now, and it's like now I just have my intro. I know how I'm going to say it every time. I'm like, bam, 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 let's go. So it's kind of fun to do other people's intro and then make them laugh at you for being really stupid.
Well, well, I'm honored because I was struggling. I'm a little nerve wracked. Having Eric on my channel is so awesome. I can't. I feel like a little kid in a candy store.
Yeah, well, I'm glad to be here. And by the way, for those of you who don't know, I am Aviator or Eric, and I'm really stoked to be here because Flex, when you came to me and asked to do a dual comm, you actually had a good idea, and that's something that I'm happy to do dual comms with fans or friends or whatever, fellow YouTubers, whatever it is. But it's really kind of challenging when you get people, oh, I want to do a dual comm with you. I'm like, okay, I'd be happy to. What do you want to do it on? Call of Duty. What's your favorite gun? Well, that's not that interesting. I mean, your question for me was good, so I'll let you take it away, man. I'm sorry for taking over your channel, but it's kind of funny too.
No, seriously, it's an absolute honor just to have you on my channel. You don't even know how super stoked I am just to be able to talk to you. It is seriously the bomb diggity. But anyways, I've been getting a lot of messages just from people on my channel and around YouTube just asking me how can they spice their life up. They want to live a more adventurous life. They're kind of tired of the daily routines of just going to school and playing video games and going to school, and they want to live up life a little more and be a little more active. And I figured, why not get Eric, who, if you guys haven't noticed, is just quite adventurous in terms of the things that he does.
No.
I mean, oh yeah, oh yeah. I mean, the best guy that I figured I could ask in terms of how to spice your life up. So Eric, how would you, in terms in your own words, how would you tell my viewers and your viewers or whoever sees this video to spice their life up? What would be some tips and tricks?
Honestly, man, the first thing that comes to mind is date a Latino woman. But no, the biggest thing that people have to realize is to get past the fears. Because, for me, I skydive, I fly, I've raced motorcycles and cars, and I've done things that most people could dream about doing or only dream about doing because I've been willing to take the risk, not necessarily a physical risk, but for a lot of it's a financial or a place in life risk. When I was 19 years old, I actually had a really horrible relationship ended, and it was a wonderful relationship that turned horrible, and I was engaged and all this, and like my whole kind of life plan fell apart. And rather than try to, recollect myself and figure things out in a traditional way where you drink a ton and you act like an idiot and you go out and have sex with everything that moves, I did things a bit differently. I mean, I did all that stuff too, but I did things a little bit differently. I did what I could to try to find something that would actually, how do I explain this?
Take your mind.
Yeah, exactly. It's to evoke real passion within myself. I wanted to find something that would take me out of my normal day-to-day life and allow me to experience something new. So I hopped on a motorcycle and I left for 2 years. And I went from Tennessee to Pennsylvania to Florida to Alaska to San Diego and back. I rode 46,000 miles. It was an incredible trip. And the thing about this was the people I met, the people I was able to get to know and kind of see what their lives were like, being able to immerse myself in different cultures, these kind of things were amazing. And more importantly than all of that was that I did it at a time where I really couldn't afford to, where, I literally I couldn't. I had to borrow money at times to make sure I had a place to sleep or eat. I'm sleeping on the side of the road. But the thing was, I got to experience this incredible, passionate time in my life where at 19 years old, I had my first retirement, basically. And it was amazing. And it changed who I was as a man. Well, it has until to this day. I look back and go, wow, this really changed who I was. And it was just being willing to take that initial risk and say, you know what? I'm going to find something that matters to me, that actually has value, that I'm able to change my life with. And I'm going to get out of the daily grind, because the worst thing you can do for yourself, and this is for anybody, is to live this boring lifestyle that you hate. If you hate what you do every day, just make a big drastic shift, do something worthwhile. Obviously be wise about it, but it's good. It's a good thing to do.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that is so cool that you kind of took a different approach to a bad situation. Like you were saying, a lot of normal people, when they get out of a bad relationship or something happens in their life and it's not going as they planned, a lot of people go out and they get hammered and they become a rebel and do all these things that they normally wouldn't because they're trying to get their mind off of it. Where in your situation, you went ahead and did something completely opposite, and you stepped totally out of your comfort zone and took a big risk. and went out and just straight up left the country or not the country, left your home for 2 years and traveled the states. And
Yeah. And I guess actually I did go to Canada, so it counts. I left the country. It's cool.
okay, see, I'm a little too excited. So you left the country, you traveled the states, and you got completely out of your comfort zone. And instead of taking your mind off of things and rebelling, you took your mind off of things by finding a passion for yourself and getting out there in life and just trying some new things and being as adventurous as you could be. I mean, it sounds just from like the story that you told me that someone could almost make a movie out of this experience. I mean, at 19, you're traveling the states on a motorcycle. That is absolutely amazing. When I was 19, I I still felt like I was a 16-year-old in high school. So that seems like quite a mature approach to take to a situation like that. And I'm assuming that you have many life and growing stories from that. And that's I wouldn't be surprised to hear if that's what helped stimulate this adventurous Eric that exists today, going out and I mean, I just watched one of your recent videos. You said you did it's called XRW skydiving. Did I get that correct?
Yeah, that wasn't me jumping. I don't jump right now. I just had a baby, so I'm keeping my life calm.
Okay,
but,
okay.
Yeah, I jumped out of an airplane and having one guy throw out a parachute, and then these wingsuiters fly down and try to fly formation with them or have them surf their backs. It's just crazy fun stuff. But to jump back, because I wanted to mention one thing.
Yeah.
That trip, I didn't just take for fun. I found ways to make it profitable. I found ways to make sure that I was able to pay my bills and to build a business. And that's a big part of being adventurous, is being able to find ways so that you can eventually have a family or whatever it is, whatever your goal is.
Absolutely.
And, yeah, I could talk about this stuff for hours, and we're going to run out of time on our gameplay, but...
That's okay. I will be, I can always fill in and whatnot. I think people, they'll be happy to hear a long commentary with you and just getting your insight.
But yeah, man. I mean, it's just all about being willing to take a risk and then finding ways to make that risk pay off. I guess if that makes sense.
That's an absolutely great aspect to look at it, and that's a lot better than just taking a risk to just have fun. I mean, you're taking a risk and you're trying to make the best of it and seeing if you can turn it into something that works for you at the same time. So that's totally awesome, and I think people will really enjoy hearing the story that you had to tell them and understanding that, you know what, sometimes if you want to go after something, you can just go for it, drop the fear, and give it your best, and you never know, it might turn out to be something that you love. It sounds like throughout this trip you found a passion of yours that is still sticking with you today, and I think that's something that a lot of people today strive to do, something that they love and make it a career and enjoy life. And I think that's
Definitely, man. Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, dude, thank you for having me on. Thank you for putting all this together. I mean, I know you've been probably the most patient person ever waiting for this to happen, and I appreciate it. But, man, this has been fun. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Once again, I mean, it is a complete honor to have you on my channel. And guys, I will leave his link in the description below. Please give his channel some love. Eric is an absolutely amazing guy. If I could pick out just some genuinely good people on YouTube, Eric would be my #1 pick. So please, guys, show him some support. He was so kind to do this with me. I know I'm a much smaller channel than his, and I would really appreciate it if you guys would give him a chance to check out his stuff. If you like him, give him a subscribe.
Yeah, if you guys come over, in all seriousness, if any of your fans come over, please leave a comment telling me you came from Flex, so I could be like, dude, Flex, you have the best fans ever. I want to be able to say that to Flex next time I talk to him, so make it happen, dudes.
Definitely, and hands down, my fans are amazing, so I'm sure they will show you some love, absolutely. And it's going to be a great experience. But anyways, guys, I want to thank you so much for taking the time and spending the seconds of your lives watching this video with Eric and I. And it's truly an honor having you guys spend your time here. So again, guys, thank you so much for the time of your video. And as always, stay flying, stay fresh, and I will catch you guys later. Peace.
Later.